I'm Rosie Hardy. This is Rosie Hardy Gardening. We're just coming into spring, and this is what I like to think about it. Out in your garden, you can go and spring clean. So what do I mean by that? At this time of the year, your grasses or grass-like plants are starting to look a little bit dead and jaded. They've done all their work of giving you architectural. You're not likely to get many frosts coming through, so it is the time to tidy them up. Some of them will break off and you can pull out the grass quite easily. This particular one won't do it, but there's no growth coming at the base. This is a Panicum, so this is a late season growing grass, so you're not going to see a lot happening on it, but it makes sense to get it down to that and get it tidy at this time of the year. It will be starting to grow a little bit later, so this is a warm season type of grass. Another one which is quite a lot taller, but you can see is putting on a load of new growth here. Perhaps left it a little bit late, but we've had some really poor weather. So this one, and imagine I've got these in pots. If you've got them in the garden, they will be slightly bigger. If you know your weather's quite good, then you can go out and do things. This one is showing itself out the bottom of the pots. This is going to make a big clump. This is a Calamagrostis, and it is great. It's putting on lovely green growth there. This is all of last year's flower stems. So if you can grab bits like that without actually getting the greenery, then you can just chop all that off down at the base, and then you're left with these pieces here. Now sometimes they will pull out. This isn't ready to do so, and all I would suggest you do is just grab hold of it, get rid of as much green as you can, and go to the height of where the green is. That green is soon going to take over from any of the brown that is there. And also, quite often, when you've got what looks a little bit like old straw on these plants, what's left there and is quite upright and in the middle actually holds all of this together. So once you've got it tidied up and you haven't got any wispy straw bits left like that, really that plant looks perfectly okay, and this greenery is going to take over and look completely fine. So you can do that in the garden, no problem at all. You can do that in your containers. This one really is at the point of needing to go into the ground or go up a pot size. I want to take a quick moment here to let everyone know that Hardy's Nursery is now open for business, and we welcome any plant enthusiasts. The opening times from the 1st of March to the 30th of September are 10 AM to 5 PM Monday to Saturday, but 10 AM to 4 PM on Sundays and bank holidays. Come and see the large selection of herbaceous perennials, and you might find what you are looking for to fill that tricky spot in your garden. If you can't make it to the nursery, you can also check out our mail order online, but we do only send to the UK only. Now back to the video. Then the last of the grasses, and this is where it becomes a little bit difficult, are things like this, the Carex, which are semi-evergreen or semi-brown, because this brown is really what you're wanting to grow. And these are not something that you can cut down to ground level. It looks horrible. It takes them a long time to grow back. So these are ones, when it's like that, I have no problem with it having that amount of slightly dead growth in there. But you can go through and you can pull out anything that is not looking as nice, or you can grab a few bits and just thin out the dead stuff in there. But you will find with a plant like this, the new growth will take over and you won't notice the other stuff, because the other beauty of this is as it goes over, it becomes curly at the ends. So Carex, don't cut them back, and there are other evergreen forms such as a chorus and various other plants out there which really don't appreciate being cut down to ground level. Then you've got the herbaceous perennials that you've left in your garden, and they're starting to look like this. And you've got all that beautiful new growth coming here. This old growth has done its job. It's protected the crown of the plant, so you can get rid of it. And again, It's quite easy on a plant out in your garden or a plant in a container. You can just literally cut off like so, and it will grow away out of that, and you won't notice any of that dead stick left. Try and go as low as possible, but don't cut your new growth off. Other plants that are looking like, so the spring cleaning, irises, they're doing this. Look at this beautiful growth that's coming on here. And then you've got all of these stems here. Again, this is one of those ones where it can be pulled off, but quite often it's a little bit tough. I think I'm getting weak in my old age. And basically you can again just grab it up, give it a trim back. When it's a little bit wetter, it's not as easy to cut. But here we go, and you just give it a fringe cut all the way around like so. Get rid of that old flower stem, gone, and the new stuff will come up and look really great, and that's just going to shoot off now and get growing, and you'll have beautiful flowers on it a little bit later. This is an aster. This has done exactly the same. You had beautiful seed heads on it. The birds have eaten what they wanted, and your new growth is coming at the base. So at this time of the year, the dead brown leaves are looking straggly, they're getting wet, and it really isn't interesting because you've got bulb stuff coming up. So just literally again, chopping off all that old stuff to make it look clean. It feels good to have these plants looking tidy, spring cleaning in the garden, as I say. And even the tall things, which are going to be coming into growth a little bit later. So similar to the grass, the Panicum, that was a late season, this, the Veronicastrum, you've had all the beauty of the seed heads at the top looking really, really architectural, but the leaf and everything, it's starting to look just a little bit tired, a little bit jaded. Cut down so you can see where the crown of your plant is. Don't worry if you can't see anything coming yet. This is going to be coming up into growth in another couple of months, but it just means that you've got that tidy bit of garden all looking good, and you have a good feeling once you have done all of this tidying up. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel.